This podcast is for mature audiences only. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are the speakers only and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of their employer. We are Undomesticated.
What's the deal, Screen Jill? It's your boy, Big Daddy Rye Bread, the Lot Lizard, the Desert Lizard, your favorite drunk uncle. This is a very special WrestleMania episode, I should say. And to my right, I got my boy.
It's me, Angelo. I have changed. I look so much better.
I am not a piece of shit anymore. Nah. So fucking, obviously you can tell Angel Luch is in here, and he put out an episode this week with good old Miss Jules and our favorite little lover boy, Nicky McNickerton. First off, bro, you'll never be me. And if you ever take my catchphrases ever again, I will fucking kill you, dog. As you can tell, our voices are a little, how do you say, rasp?
Yeah.
A little hoarse.
Just real quick, just want to give this one just for Angelo. It's your boy Chris, been here before. What's up, you bunch of cruncher? That's right.
Yeah.
I saw that coming.
It's not the same.
No, it's fucking shot, dude.
It's not the same. So me and Suburban Chris, or Gam Gams, we went to WrestleMania, and we have thoughts. We have words. We have experiences.
First and foremost, we didn't go to WrestleMania. We fucking lived WrestleMania the way.
Big facts.
If there is any way we can give credit to our hosts that organized this, our friends Kale and Garrett, knocked it out the ballpark with
100%.
Everything we went through. Could not be more grateful.
Big Daddy Kale and poor little Garrett, my little heroes, they are like, if Jesus came down and was like, we want to give you the most epic dueling couple ever known to man, these two dudes, bro. And obviously we're rocking their shirts, the 215s.
Boys, this is their boys, fucking Jordan.
Yeah.
215 Productions. He made these epic shirts.
Yeah.
Fucking all around those good dudes, man. WrestleMania weekend. I don't know. Where do we begin, dude?
All right, so let's
2 days before.
So, first off, let's begin with where we stayed, bro. We stayed at this place called the Deacon in Philly, and it's a converted church.
Also known as the First Baptist Church of Africa, formerly.
Of Africa? First African-American
Baptist Church. Something like that. We roll up looking for the address. And Ryan goes, I think it's the church. And I go, no, it's a church. And there's a school under it.
Right.
Rolling around, I text Kale and Garrett. Oh, no, yeah, it's the church.
And we were like, where the fuck, what do we put ourselves into? So we're like, first off, we're kind of like in the hood, but not really. But apparently this place, the Deacon, it's like a well-known landmark in Philly. Like, people get married there, and all the unholy things that happened this weekend, I don't understand. I think when we hit the pearly gates of heaven,
guess what, motherfucker?
Jesus is coming for us, because all right, we're going to try to get into this and we'll keep it somewhat okay. So first off, we walk into the Deacon, right? And I think of like a church, but redone. So the ceilings were like 80 feet fucking tall. All modern shit.
Original chandelier, though, I think.
Yeah, original chandelier that almost killed Gam Gam, by the way.
Yep, true story. You all experienced the earthquake. I was sitting underneath that chandelier on the couch. Oh, the couch. On the couch. Anyway, we'll get into that. I was sitting on the couch, and the earth fucking shook. I thought it was a train, but then I realized, wait a minute, there's no train. I see the, thank you for that. Yeah. I see the chandelier, and I immediately book it towards the door.
Oh, my God. It was fucking great, dude.
Ryan called me a bitch, and I said, yes,
bro,
don't care.
Yeah, no, because, bro, let me tell you something. Like, first off, we experienced an earthquake in Philly in that fucking church. And I swear to God, my theory was I thought we died in that earthquake and we're stuck in purgatory.
Yes.
And we were stuck there forever.
And purgatory took place last night. We'll get into that too. That was fucking
All right, so let's get into the WrestleMania matches, and then we get into the shenanigans that happened at the Deacon. And
Yeah, baby.
I'm sorry, Jesus.
Night one.
Uno mas. I think 100%. Sammy Gunther. Match of the night, 100%.
Stole the show.
Stole the show.
I was a little upset, just like many fans. We wanted Mr. Chad Gable in there.
Yep.
But Sammy, we know what he's capable of, and to go against Gunther, it was great. And man,
but
they knocked it out the park.
I think WWE in this new era that they keep promoting. By the way, we're getting into a new era, which I think is going to be fucking awesome. I think this era of WWE, they're all for the fucking long game and the storytelling. So now you're telling me you can't wait to see Sami Zayn go up against Chad Gable for that Intercontinental title? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's perfect because now Chad Gable was fucking training with Sammy and try how to beat Gunther, blah, 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 blah. Now you owe me a match, Sammy, so least you can do, you know what I mean?
I mean, Gunther's done what he needed to do.
Yeah.
666 days, Intercontinental Champion, never beaten, finally taken down at WrestleMania, and boom, time for the big show for that man.
And I gotta say,
he is unreal.
I gotta say, shout out to fucking to Gunther, because not for nothing, he brought some fucking credibility back to that fucking title. You know what I mean?
He made it better. I mean, let's go down memory lane.
Yeah.
It wasn't long ago when Sami Zayn had the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
And was the big conspiracist, and that belt was not really that much of a meaning.
It was almost like a joke of so the Miz brought relevancy back to that title back in the day. And again, Miz was a great IC champion. And then I feel like
I thought he'd be the one to decrown him, actually. I thought he was gonna be the one.
Right. But I think Miz is at that part of his career where like the whole him and Truth thing, I think that's a perfect sweet spot for Miz. Where you can be funny, but still be taken serious, and like him and Truth feed off that energy. You know what I mean?
We'll get into that match for sure. Yeah. Unless you want to jump right into
it. No,
we'll
just cap up on Gunther and Sami Zayn. I think also shout out to Gunther. You're on to bigger and better things. I'm fucking pumped that you brought some relevancy back to the IC title, and I'm really looking forward to him, moving along and now bigger, better things. Obviously, heavyweight. We gotta talk about,
mark my words, the World Championship, or even possibly the Universal Championship, will be on that man's waist.
Bigger than
in the near future.
Bigger than U.S. title.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hands down.
I don't think U.S. title is going to go his way until he has a major championship run, which is coming.
That has LA Knight's name on it, or what? What do you think?
What's that?
That has LA Knight's name on it.
What's that? The U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to get in the title picture now. Just took a big win from AJ, but
I think that was the stamp. Like, okay, you beat AJ at WrestleMania. By the way, AJ, again, future Hall of Famer. A little juiced up.
No, I was going to say I need to call him and ask what he's on, because
I want that cycle.
I think he's maybe a year older than me.
I want that cycle.
I'm like, what's up, dude?
All right, so
next match. What would we got?
Sami Zayn, Gunther.
I love it.
Love it, baby.
Fucking
love it.
Let's go.
All right. Also, I'm not gonna lie. The night one feel a little like almost like filler matches in a sense.
Well, what was your worst match of the night for you?
Night one.
I mean, I didn't see much in the.
I'm gonna say
women's 3-on-3 wasn't that great.
No, the women's 3-on-3 they were terrible. But I feel like if I say they're terrible, then I'm gonna be racist.
No, it doesn't make you racist. It means you just hate women. I mean, clearly, he just hates women.
I mean, judging by my 2 fights that I had at the Deacon.
Hey, to be fair, they beat you.
No.
They beat you.
No.
I was there. They beat you.
I was about to have another fucking Me Too movement on my hands, bro.
No.
Stop it. Stop it. I literally almost powerbombed this fucking bitch through a couch, all right? I don't want to fucking hear it.
I swear you were the one that was on your ass and saying, all right, we're done.
Because I felt bad. It's called fucking equal opportunity. Right. I felt bad, all right? Fuck, man.
And
fuck.
But I would say that match, for what it was, real quick for them, the 3-on-3 women's match. Not that we didn't, we don't. It was a last minute put together. We get why, but it was about one thing: seeing Jade in the ring. But she was barely in the ring, so that was your match.
I don't think Jade's ready for the big. I get Jade is gonna be the future. She has the look. I think her ring rust, I don't want to say ring rust, I think her inexperience, that's the better word, from AEW. They're handling Jade with kid gloves because they see, like,
yeah, of course.
you know,
I think
and
everybody knows
that's what
they want.
WWE does phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know? So why rush her out there where she could go botch a Mania? You know what I mean?
I said this from the get-go. Do whatever you got to do with her. Take your time. It's okay.
And there's no rush.
Maybe it'll be a rough road ahead just because, the booking can get a little complicated when you're
Right.
trying to not rush someone. But boom, make her and Naomi or her and Bianca the tag team champs or
I was
something.
gonna say.
But then here you go. What do we have to look forward to? Though?
Oh, my
Once
God.
she gets her talent up, you have Jade Bianca. That's what everybody
Dude,
wants.
everybody's
Jade
dying.
Charlotte. Boom.
Bayley.
Time passes. Jade, Rhea, Ripley. Are you
Oh
kidding
my
me? Like,
God.
this is what people want.
I will
it's
say
going to happen.
the
It will.
future is so fucking bright in the women's
Yes.
division. And you think that Steph McMahon has anything to do with that, or that's all Triple H?
I think Stephanie put their foot down when they first started the women's titles and
Yeah.
stuff and paved the way for it. So,
More importantly,
a lot of the talent paved the way, obviously, but definitely her. And I think after she left, Triple H let us just say, they praised him more than they ever could in the
Right.
Hall of Fame. They
Right.
praised him last night. The fans, we all agree. Triple
Right.
H is
Right.
this business now. McMahon did something and will never be forgotten. And
Yep.
I'm not talking
Paved
about
the
his
way.
legal.
Paved the
I'm
way.
not talking about his legal allegations. I'm talking about what he did for wrestling. And then now it's the Triple H era. Here we go.
100%.
This is fucking it. We are gonna see new shit. It's gonna be awesome.
so also, more importantly, do you think Stephanie McMahon pegs Triple H?
Everybody got to try something.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, baby. Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah!
All right, so worst match of night one for me, and I'm gonna say it, and I hate to say it
Oh,
because
I know where we're going with
it hurts
this.
my soul. I'm gonna go fucking Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ray
I see
Mysterio, and
that.
I get it, the gimmick with the whole Kelsey's coming out, kind of predictable. We knew they were coming out somewhere.
And
We knew. I honestly thought that fucking Carlito was gonna turn on Andrade
Yeah.
and Rey Mysterio. I do like how WWE is giving lucha wrestling a spot.
Yes.
Gives it a little fucking flavor, gives a little bit of a difference, And I think Andrade is gonna have, again, they're booking him right. I really would love to see it. I thought they were gonna do it. I don't know why they didn't do it. Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio retirement match. Like
It'll happen. They're just not. Rey Mysterio said he's
Mania.
not ready. He's not ready to retire.
And I think actually he just re-upped on a contract too.
he's not ready to retire. The minute
But-
he's ready to retire, he's probably
That's the way to go
his
out.
glory probably is he wants to fight his son to
That's
finish.
the
They
way to
already
go
fought
out.
once. Maybe they will again, but until then, it's like
He has to
It
go
was-
out that way.
it was not a great match, but we got to see some talent. The Kelsey part was fun because of being in Philly. It made sense.
And we got to see Rey Mysterio. I mean,
Yeah.
a national treasure in wrestling. I mean, how often, besides like we got spoiled with The Rock,
Yeah.
Cena,
Yeah,
Taker.
we'll get into that. We got spoiled with all
But
that.
how, like, you got to remember, not too long ago, the WWE had an era where they were struggling for talent or like up and coming talent just wasn't there. And like the product was very,
Just rinse and reuse all
Yeah,
old talent.
very
Just
mediocre.
Put them in the ring, which wasn't a bad thing. When they put Stone Cold, The Rock, and Hogan and Mankind all in one ring just to have a toast or whatever. It's like it was just epic moments.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You want the epic stories
Right.
with new talent, with all the talent instead of you reusing old. And yes, that match, worst match candidate in my opinion. But we didn't do all of Mania. I'm just saying night one only.
yeah.
I'm sorry. It's only the worst match because my heart was broken.
Oh, you want to do the,
Usos.
yes.
What?
You know what?
The actual fuck.
Right.
That was supposed to be something of. Oh,
Come on, man.
I had Usos and Sami Zayn stealing the show up all of Mania. One of those matches. Sami Zayn lived up to the hype. Usos, my God. Hey, here's a super kick. Hey, here's a super kick.
Dude, I
Hey,
placed a bet.
Here's a super kick.
I placed a bet.
Hey, here's a super kick. You can stop me at any time. Hey,
Oh,
here's a
yeah,
super kick.
'cause that's all it was.
Hey, here's a super kick. Oh, you and my brother. I win. That was not.
I placed a bet that there was going to be over 50 super kicks,
think
and
you
I
won.
clearly won. I clearly won.
The countdown we had was great.
Oh my God, it was so bad. You know what? And the sad thing is, they're both really, really good wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like really good wrestlers. They're both phenomenal wrestlers. And I don't know what the fuck. Like, whoever produced that, I want to see who produced that match because they better get an ass whooping because two great wrestlers. I'm tired of seeing fucking frog splashes and super kicks. I will say they both redeemed themselves on the spot on night 2. We'll get into.
Yes. But before that, there was we almost left something out, which I don't think we almost left out. Everyone knows it just didn't live up to the hype either. Good match, Becky versus Rhea. Great match, entertaining as can be. They just put it. It was just so clear. They just put it on us like, hey, we want to try and top which could possibly be one of the greatest women's matches of all time, Charlotte Rhea from last year.
Dude, rumor has it.
You weren't topping that.
Rumor has it that Becky Lynch wrestled with like 102 fever and like strep throat or something. So it wasn't 100% Becky, but you know what I got to say about Becky and unpopular opinion? I think she's very stiff in the ring. Like very stiff. What I mean, when she goes on the top rope for a leg drop, she doesn't jump. She like falls off the rope for that leg drop. Yeah. Like I just think like her movement is very stiff. Like when she slides and like I don't know. Like I get it. She's white hot. She's great on the mic. Her persona. You know what I mean? And she's a workhorse. If I had to choose again, 4 horsewoman, future Hall of Famer, 100%. I just think. I don't know if she was always stiff. It wasn't like pre or post baby. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I could see her moves before. Like you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There's no fluidity.
But let's just say, I mean, as great as she is, and there's no denying. I see the flaws, but she's been here for a long time.
Workhorse.
And she's over more than being over can be for women.
Carried the division.
My God. Rhea Ripley is literally, I'm sorry, you could call me a fan favorite, she's in a class of her own. It is unreal.
She's
the
unreal.
Fact that she can just be part of a faction that everyone's supposed to hate, and every single moment, even when she's in the ring with Dominic Mysterio and the entire crowd is booing, suddenly Rhea Ripley will have her own match. Boom, the crowd goes nuts. She's unreal what she could do in the ring. Her persona, everything about her is a fucking talent of top notch.
And I think a lot has to do.
I love her.
I was gonna say, I think a lot has to do with Bro, you see those butt cutlets on fucking Rhea? Bro, I would love if I had to die one way. Strangulation by butthole, fucking.
Well, I mean,
just sit on my face and
I was
call
gonna
me.
say,
Call it
I think we all saw the video. If you didn't, go look for it, where she went
and
did the Rikishi stink face.
Oh yeah,
pulled up her tights
on
right
fucking
in the crack and did it on who was it?
What's her name?
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax.
And I would tell you, I want death by Rhea's stink face.
Dude, where was Nia Jax on WrestleMania?
They pushed her so hard to be in the title picture against Becky, and
I
Rhea,
thought maybe
and
she
then
would have
fought
came
Becky,
in.
and they just left her out. I think it's because they kind of exhausted her. Like, very quick. Don't get me wrong, she's a great heel, but
you know what they noticed too on both WrestleMania nights. Not one wrestler cut a promo, got on the mic to say anything while on air, because at the end with Cody.
Yeah.
Like no wrestler, not Paul Heyman, not I was expecting like ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Nothing. Now,
well, they tend to do that sometimes only because it's like they know you're
is that
here for
on
the
PLEs?
big show.
Is that like on PLEs?
Yeah, PLEs, but mostly definitely WrestleMania. They know the entertainment is in the gaps of the matches. When it comes to the match, you know what you're there for.
I just thought it was
what
weird.
You're there for. The only time you get to see that verbalness is, the genius that is the new Roman Reigns way of talking during the match and stuff. And now that a lot of people do that, it's fucking incredible.
Another unpopular opinion, sir.
I love those.
Lil Wayne, what the fuck was that?
That was just a random announcement.
Stage right?
And all of a sudden he came up, and I don't know why.
It was terrible though.
Yeah, it was.
He didn't. Speak English.
I gave him all the credit that he gave. He had
the Yeet glasses on.
He put down he put down one of his old tracks, which was good. That was fun. But still,
but when you put down a track, you actually got to rap to it.
Yeah, he should have taken notes from Snoop Dogg because that man seems so comfortable in there.
God. Well, he probably didn't know where the fuck he was.
It don't matter.
I think I'm home.
Yeah.
Hello.
But
so you know what though? Lil Wayne set the bar for that shitty ass Uso match.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
Like I said what I need to say, but it was such a letdown. So much. And it was one of the matches they said themselves before my career's over. I want to be me versus my brother at WrestleMania. Right. Your career's nowhere near over. You got the opportunity.
They're in prime,
and it was
dog.
booked poorly. But I will say, if and when they come back together, there's no denying them as a tag team. So it
No,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
they're one of the best tag teams. Again, future Hall of Famers. I'll say it right now. One of the best tag teams in
Of all
wrestling
time.
history
Yep.
in all brands.
Yep.
All brands.
I said dream matches. What's it called?
How about this?
What are those? The two in
You
AEW?
can take the words right out of my mouth. The Young Bucks.
Yeah, Young Bucks versus
So
Uso.
I was
wanna
gonna say
see
right
that.
now, Young Bucks versus Uso. Who do you think's the better?
Young Bucks versus Uso. I will tell you, there will be
A
literally
bajillion.
in the
I'll take the over.
14,000
I'll take the over
plus
on-
14,000
Yep.
super kicks.
Over.
Guaranteed.
Yes.
Guaranteed. But in a booking standpoint, history and whatnot, yes, I know with the indie world, it's more Young Bucks, but I'm sorry, just from like the perspective of wrestling in general and the family and yes, even I know it's a gimmick
The
now, but
lineage, yeah.
the sincerity of bloodline, you got to give Usos that match.
I will
That's
say
how
this,
book it,
though.
but that's me being
Yeah, I'll say this about giving credit to the Bucks, even though I'm so not an AEW guy. I'm not. I kind of hate them as people too. The Young Bucks.
yeah.
Technically, like ring technicalities and I don't want to say experience, but just better at their job. I would say.
Yeah. Oh, storyline stuff. They're not just like hyping and stuff. They're
Right. I'm saying
they're
like, as
legit,
like actual
yeah.
wrestlers, I will say they are better wrestlers than the Usos.
That's because they have constant movesets where the Usos
Right.
have just adapted
Right.
a handful of moveset,
But the
which kind of sucks.
Usos know how to work a match better, which could ultimately lead to wins and fan popularity and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
If
get
that
what
makes
you're
sense.
saying. Yeah, absolutely.
If it was a straight like wrestling, like 2v2, clean finish,
yeah,
Young Bucks I could see Young Bucks pulling it off just straight by ring experience. Not experience, just being better in the ring. But if it was like a wrestling match, like a PLE match,
yeah.
given the circumstances of what could happen, Usos as a team would pull it off.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Did you feel? I'm not gonna lie, and I said I had it in my head, but I don't want to say that loud because I didn't want to, you know what I mean. But did you feel like night one was a little bit of a letdown? I was like, oh fuck, like are we at like one of the not worst WrestleManias? I was like, I wasn't blown away. First off, the venue amazing. The theater, the theme, the stage, amazing. I love how Motionless in White fucking played for Rhea. That was like fired me up. I just feel like
I kind of think the contribution to our opinion is solely based off the fact, which I wanted to get into next before we spoke about the main event of night one, was the fact that we weren't just at like Mania, like seats in the stands and this and that. We
were in a suite.
We got to experience it. 50-yard line suite,
Right.
like luxury suite where, kid you not, if they panned the camera left last night from Undertaker, you would have saw us in our suite. We were that close, and it was.
You
just
also
like,
see me
the
jerking off, but
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the
Taker.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
But the experience of being there alone, like I was on a whole other level and intoxicated. It was just a whole mix,
Bro.
a whole mix of just.
Did you feel like royalty? I felt a little bit like royalty.
I did. It was kind of weird. It was pretty cool. That
Like
kind of
like in
life is
football
just the
games,
kind of life.
like in football games when they have like celebrities or like the owners, like
Yeah,
they're in
they're
like
waving
those.
from the suites.
Yeah, like that's what we were.
Yep. Yeah. And when you're in a suite in Philly and you have the unlimited cheesesteaks, that's life.
Yeah, bro. I was so fucking
life.
drunk. I took the hero bread. By the way, the bread was delicious.
Yeah.
They spared no cheap expenses in those suites.
Yeah.
And I took the fucking chili. Did you have the delicious chili?
Yes.
And
We had a pot
instead
of
of
chili on standby. Just that's because that's
instead of making a cheesesteak, because we went to the delicious fucking, I made like a chili wedge, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and then like threw cheese in there, sour cream, onions. I was like, this is so good.
yeah.
I
And
was just-
then he later broke the toilet back at the. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, yeah, shitting for fucking days.
But now I gotta ask you your thoughts on night one's main event overall.
I love the energy. I mean, the Rock's intro was
Oh my
by
god, that was
Rock's
that was,
intro.
I mean,
Isn't
I
it crazy
think
that the Rock had a
it's-
better, bigger intro than the current?
I was just
Roman?
gonna just say between both nights, it's like here we are, like Roman Reigns has been this godlike character, and then they bring in The Rock, which yes, board of directors isn't that his intro, and Cody's the next night. It was as if Roman's was just like, oh no doubt, here comes the champ. Like It was unreal.
By the way, I have a theory. Because remember how you said Triple H...
An Austin theory?
You remember how you said Triple H in the post-press conference that, wait, you have no idea what's next for Roman Reigns, his next chapter? I think I just put the pieces to the puzzle together, what's going to happen.
All right, well, I got to ask you, though.
Right.
Your total opinion, the main event of night one. Let's hear it.
First thing that comes to mind, nostalgia, dude. Absolute nostalgia. Because, again, how often or like we got to see our childhood, I don't want to say heroes, but like we grew up on The Rock. Like if you were in middle school trying to raise your like the people's eyebrow or, you know,
if you smell,
or
it doesn't matter.
What do you think about this? It doesn't matter what. So like nostalgia. And absolutely. I think it's fucking wild how The Rock had a bigger intro than Roman Reigns. And everybody, really,
it's unreal. His intro was the biggest. Understandable. The board of directors, you know, this and that. And the fact is, The Rock and Cody on the next night had bigger intros than our tribal chief, the champ, which was crazy. But it just like goes to show you that tides are turning. But meanwhile, we're also giving you this taste of The Rock, who I don't know about you. It was poetry in motion on that match.
And let's talk about how The Rock, first off, a Greek god. I need to know his personal trainer and whatever HGH cycle he's on, dude, because I need that, dog. I need that in my life.
I don't know about you.
You saw those butt cutlets?
I don't know about you, but I've been exclusively, I mean, you might have been too. I've been exclusively on The Rock's cheat day diet. And it does not bode well for me. When you see those pile of pancakes and everything, like, that's all I eat. I thought I'd look like him. It didn't work.
Nah. He's like, I'm going to eat 14,000 calories today and then
no
do a
way,
cycle.
I do that every day.
What the fuck? Why don't I look like The Rock? Where's my tribal tattoos?
Where's my jawline?
Oh, my God. But I will say, after seeing... Now that I... Remember how you said post WrestleMania interview with Triple H and how he said Roman Reigns... You guys have no idea what his next chapter is. It's something spectacular.
Yes.
I think if I am reading the new Triple H era and reading what The Rock is doing and what Roman Reigns, and I have a theory as to what the next move for Roman Reigns is. But we could get into that later after we talk about night two, and then just remind me, and I'll tell you my theory in the future for Roman Reigns.
But as for the match itself,
okay.
Let's hear it.
The critics were shitting on The Rock, saying he wouldn't be able to run a full match and he'll be dead in 5 minutes. Honestly, the man didn't lose a step.
No.
Didn't lose a step. In fact, I think he's fucking better.
Dude,
he's better.
I don't want to say he's better than when his prime, because that dude just, you know, when you're getting chair
you're
shot
right,
in those areas, you're getting chair shots to the head.
I'm
I will say it's because he's better than he was when he came back the first time. That John Cena stuff, that was good matches. That was fun to watch. But he was getting hurt.
He wasn't dedicated.
His training programs now, it's like they made the match work perfectly, being a tag match where he was able to just go off into the crowd and do his own thing.
Right.
You see him just taking water, all of a sudden drinking and spit his face. I got newsflash for you. Chances are that's his little water break to keep him going.
Right.
And his 50s to keep up with these guys. And then, well, you know how it is.
Well, you can tell he put the work in, though.
At the very end, look at him. He took hits. He wasn't just giving his move.
Right.
He took that spear like a champ.
And he sold it. Bro, I'm telling you right now, he put the work in. It wasn't like a Hall of Fame vet coming in for like a gimmick spot I hate to say like Stone Cold did against KO. You know what I mean?
He was pretty impressive throughout the crowd and stuff, but no, you
know
see
what
the
I mean.
difference.
You could tell.
The Rock went through a fucking table.
Yes.
The Rock went through a fucking table, got back up, and still continued a fucking like another 25 minutes of a match. Come on, man.
And the best was, remember when The Rock, the ref was doing the count out, right? And he was like, 8, 9. And The Rock was like, don't you fucking count. I'll fucking fire you.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was easily the story being told in order to make the match what it was.
The evil boss.
It made it happen. The evil boss, now that he's in his place, he did that to take that match to that level. And then at the end, it's just the entire time. Now, instead of like, oh, I gave him a rock bottom, I gave him a people's elbow, but he still kicked out. No, now the final boss. What's the biggest thing with the final boss with any video game or anything you've ever played to stay away from? And if you didn't block it, it was over. His final move.
Bro.
What did he hit on Cody?
The fucking rock bottom, the people's elbow. People's elbow.
And that was it.
Right. Dude, I thought
it was great.
Oh, and The Rock took a fucking rock bottom through a table.
Yep.
I thought the spot where Cody and Seth, they both did the fucking crossroads.
Yes.
On
Oh no, the pedigree.
I think they crossroad and then double pedigree. Or
No, it was double pedigree.
there was no
It was
crossroads
double
in there?
pedigree with a double count. Amazing.
Yeah, that I was like,
Bing bong.
Double
came
kick out.
everywhere.
Double kick
oh,
out.
I was
too.
like, that was like, that blew the roof off. That was a good spot right there. So I think it was a 42-minute match, 42 to 45-minute match.
Sammy's was match of the night for wrestling wise, but
Agreed.
entertainment wise, that was the best.
That
I
was
just only the
storytelling.
first 10 minutes with them, like with the whole talking and tagging.
Yeah,
and
but
talking.
that's
But I get it. I get to
you're
get
writing
there.
a
But it was a
story.
little longer, and I only say this because that could have been valuable minutes to the 10 measly minutes you gave the Usos of that horrible match. That's all I say.
No, you don't
But-
cut the Usos out of that. I just think the Usos, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like the Usos, everyone's like, well, they're twins. They've been working with each other since day one ish. So like they probably like, these guys got it. Let's not really they'll figure it out. And
I
then
don't know.
like the day came and they're like, yo, Us, what do you want to do, Us?
I'm sure they're reading the reviews, they're hearing critics, and they're probably not
Yeah.
happy. But
And
the
I think
beautiful
that's
part
why-
about this is you can have the worst match of your life and then figure it out later and have the best match. So
I mean,
I'm
some
not,
of the best of the
they're
best.
not going anywhere.
Some of the best have the worst match. Remember that fucking abortion when it was Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kane, and The Undertaker that we
Oh my
like to
God.
forget about?
Kane's mask fell off.
Kane's mask fell off. Triple H tore his fucking pec.
And then wait,
Shawn
hold on.
Michaels almost got a concussion.
Let's talk about Shawn Michaels. Oh, I'm ready for this match. He takes his head off. Bald Shawn Michaels. I was like, I think we need to not do
I'm
this.
just a kid. I know I'm bald. Yeah,
All
that
right,
was best.
So night one in the books.
I'm not
Hell of
gonna
a
lie.
time. Our experience was insane. Great
Yeah.
time. The longest bus ride in the world. We'll get into that.
Oh,
But
my God.
Let's just stick with the wrestling. Night two.
Well, first off, we got to talk about how night one we went back to the Deacon.
Oh, you want?
And we had an
so you want
amateur
to just
fight.
get into the
And
activities after
we
night
had,
one.
we had
that.
indie wrestlers. We had indie wrestlers hanging out at our fucking place.
Yes. Indie wrestler shout out. I think it's Nino Hernandez.
Yeah. Which don't be too surprised if his ass winds up on this podcast.
Dude's fucking talented.
fucking
as all
man.
Hell. Talented as all hell.
Bro,
He
even
was
his whole
our
crew he was rolling with.
24/7 champion until,
Right.
well, we don't like to get into it, but let's just say there's some not good people out there that thinking
Real pieces of shit out
stealing
there.
shit is cool. It's not.
Yeah.
Fuck you
Real,
up if we ever found
real
you.
fucking pieces of shit out there. Just saying.
But
Don't take what's not yours. So Nino, he's an indie wrestler out of Midwest. Nebraska? Ohio, Nebraska.
I thought it was Omaha. Or
Omaha, yeah. No, with Corns. Corn is Nebraska.
Okay.
Omaha. Actually for Peyton Manning, I remember drunkenly screaming, Omaha! Omaha! Anyway.
That's all people know Omaha now is because of Eli Manning, and that's
Right.
fucking.
It's Peyton, you and Eli. So Nino and his whole crews that was that dude Hood?
Hoodie.
Hoodie,
Hoodie
yeah.
was the man.
Cool dudes down in the Midwest. Don't be too surprised if some of their asses come up on this podcast. But given the fact that we were drinking vodka, tequila, high noons, and basically anything under the sun, the Deacon turned into an indie wrestling gym.
Yes. Okay. Before I allow your gracious and wonderful week to week host tell you what went on exactly, I'm just going to give you the perspective of me. My wife came up for the night. She likes to join the party. She dressed up as a smoking hot Brie Bella, and boy, we went ahead and we got really drunk. She was about to pass out. I said, you know what? I'm passed out too. We go into the room, about to go to sleep. I can hear the motions. I'm like, my wife's like, what is that noise? I'm like, oh, they're probably having a match. She goes, what do you mean? I go, you don't hear it? They're fake. They're hitting. Sorry. I mean, use no F-bombs. Sorry. Dropped an F-bomb.
Wow, we can say
sorry
fuck.
about, no, I said fake.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Come on,
sorry,
man.
Sorry.
Come on,
Anyway,
man.
so that you could hear the shots, the selling going on in the other room. And after a while, I told her it's fine, they're just wrestling. She's like, all right. And then we hear a really loud thud. And she goes, what was that? I go, if I'm a betting man, someone probably got suplexed or slammed. What happened? They got suplexed or slammed.
Turns
He'll
out
go into the details.
somebody-
But I just want to say that after that was the loudest thud I ever heard. Didn't budge. My wife didn't budge. But she goes, what was that? I go, I think someone might have died. I don't know. Everyone in the room cheering, going, whoa. Ryan, just take it away. That's my perspective.
The adrenaline, the alcohol, the music was going, everyone was fired up. So Nino, the fucking dapper don that he is, by the way, specimen, an absolute
Oh my
specimen.
God, so talented.
He was having an improv fucking little spot with another indie wrestler. Cool dude, by the way. I didn't grab his name.
I think it was Zach, right? I think it might
Yeah,
have
the
been
white
Zach.
dude with the mustache.
Yeah, I think it was Zach.
Very
He was a good
ginger like.
dude.
He looked honestly, he looked like a Wayfair version of Johnny Craig.
Yeah.
Anyway, they want to do a tight suplex right now. Granted, it's hardwood floors, right? So meaning what a tight suplex is, it's your traditional suplex is up, over, and down. Boom. Tight suplex is
a quick whip, right?
real close, a quick whip. So maybe you don't get as much fucking force coming down.
So that was the first thud.
So the first thud was a tight suplex, right? The second one was a little bit of a miscommunication and a little bit of adrenaline. And Nino just he goes for the traditional. He's up. He has him like the fucking British Bulldog, like standing straight up, toes pointed to the ceiling, and fucking douche. But they kind of missed the spot a little bit, and he kind of landed on the couch, and we fucking demolished.
I wake
his
up to a couch that looks like this. A couch that looks like this.
It was very holy shit ECW chances going on. It's
Yeah.
like 3:00 in the morning.
I remember when you guys
Oh
said
my
ECW chants, I go, I swear I heard that in my dream, but it wasn't. It was
Oh
you.
God, fucking
Yeah.
A.
So that was
Good
a
times.
good night one. Good night
times.
one. Rolling right
But
into
nobody
the next
died though.
day.
But did we die? No.
Yeah.
So
Rolling
wrestling's awesome.
Yeah. Rolling into the next day, we go for what might have been the greatest brunch experience I've ever had in
Greatest
my
brunch.
life.
Listen, Philly, honestly, your town's kind of like a shithole, but
A lot to offer.
you guys are like Brooklyn 2.0. Very like you could have like Becky, Sue, and Chad on their hipster bicycles, and you could also buy some crack from your local homeless
I mean,
person.
isn't that the point of diversity? Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
right. It's Brooklyn 2.0.
But after the greatest brunch,
Which they had, we were in a speakeasy with a fucking bowling alley, by the way. That was great. That was great.
Night two, I will say this. We started on a Thursday. We drinking from Thursday to a bar themed for wrestling.
Partybelts.com. Partybelts.com, as you
Yeah.
can tell.
Got custom belts made for each of us. This is Big Daddy Rye Breads right here. And then Friday, we went out. What did we do? Fuck, where did we go at Friday night? Oh, karaoke night.
Karaoke.
That was interesting.
That was fucking great.
Lots of drinking. So night one, I stayed true. I partied as hard as I could. Night two of WrestleMania. I will tell you before we get into matches, my perspective. After the brunch, I said, all right, it's go time. Started taking down a drink or two.
Yeah.
Started taking down my drink or two, 3. See Ryan in the room when we're getting ready to go. I'm like, hey, man, I don't know. Do you feel, he's like, I know exactly what you feel.
Yeah.
That ball.
I think our bodies were just.
I could not get past it. I drank a lot to try and get past it.
You know what it is?
I wasn't feeling a thing. I ate and I said, I am done.
You know what it is?
My
I think
41-year-old ass is done. I'm tapped out. I did not drink the rest of the night. I just had water, but man, that night was still fun as hell.
Dude, I think what a lot of that has to do is like, yes, we enjoy a good drink here and there now and then, but like, I think like that excessive college frat type of drinking, because we don't do that on a daily basis, like my body hates me right now.
just
Do you
said
understand?
no.
If I eat one more fried something or fast food something or drink another High Noon or White Claw or have another Patron shot or have another, I don't know what this is, but I'll drink it anyway.
Oh, that was the end of the night. Of
That's
night one.
food?
Of night one, we were in our bus, and there was no more liquor on the bus. So the solution was whatever was in our suite, fill it up in bottles. Doesn't matter what was in it. Just put everything you can in the bottles, and people were just passing it around. Suddenly, I get handed, Chris, have this. I'm like, yeah. What is it?
Yeah.
I'm like, as I'm going up with it, vanilla whiskey.
Bing bang.
Yeah, it was
And I was bringing it down, dude. It was terrible.
the worst
Terrible.
time ever. All right. So,
Night 2.
Surprise, motherfucker.
yeah. So night 2. All right. So night 2 WrestleMania, honestly, over exceeded expectations. Now, again, I told you like night 1, I didn't want to say it out loud because I don't want to be that guy. And again, I'm forever grateful for Kale and poor little Garrett that he fucking. They gave me an experience that I'll probably never experience
Nothing will live up to
again
unless-
in my life. Like I'm almost like dreading going to next WrestleMania
If they
because
ever
I'm like,
come back to Philly, if they come back, we know what
Yeah,
we're in
yeah,
for.
yeah,
But if they
yeah.
ever come to New York
But
or
what
anywhere
about, like,
within
the
driving
tri-state-
area, in
yeah,
the
yeah.
tri-state area, we might be in for something
Right.
again.
So anyway.
even New England. The drive. If
Right,
it's a
right.
drive, you know.
I'll do it. I don't give a fuck.
Those guys are fucking saints. I can't believe the way they have it all figured out.
Yeah,
is
it's
just,
amazing. It's
It's
amazing.
artwork.
So night 2, like again, now night 1, oh my god, I don't want to fucking say, but it was kind of like it didn't meet expectations. I was like, oh fuck, like it's kind of like a dud, but I'm still having a great time because I'm in a suite. I'm fucking royalty. So night 2, before the night even starts, like at the fucking. Oh, by the way, that night we also saw Nacho Libre wrestle in that house.
That
Nacho!
started it. I heard about it. I knew nothing. I woke up the next day to photos on my phone.
Oh my God.
Nacho Libre is what started the wrestling
I
matches.
have a photo of Nacho Libre
A friend
on
of
my phone.
ours, an affiliate of 215, came out as Nacho Libre,
Yeah.
killed it with the costume, and that just turned into a giant wrestling match.
Yeah.
That's where it started.
All right,
yes.
so night 2. Just to start the night off, before like we're in that suites, right? And before the event even starts, 2 suites over to the left of us, you know who's there?
Guess what, motherfucker?
The Undertaker.
That was
2
amazing.
suites fucking over,
We just
dude.
started fucking it.
I was
freaking out.
texting all my fucking boys, like fangirling, full chub. I was like, I can't believe, like, literally, maybe about.
We could have been
50
those
feet?
guys. We could have been those
50 feet
guys.
over
Went
to the
outside our
left?
door, like went 3 doors down, and like.
Yeah, but
you knew people were gonna do that, and I'm not that guy.
Right, we're
I'm not that
royalty.
guy.
We're
I get a little
royalty.
stupid, but I'm not that guy.
And like we're rolling with people that have ties with the WWE that work for that. Like we didn't want to be.
You gotta know how to act.
Yeah, right. Like make it like this isn't your first time, even though it's our first time. You know what I mean? So the Undertaker was there, 2 suites over to us to the left. So just before the even fucking night started, I knew like it was gonna be a fucking banger of a fucking night,
And then the first match happens.
bro. First match, banger.
First match banger. First match was
Banger.
like, holy shit! How is the rest of the night going to be good if this happens?
Bro,
like,
Drew
that
and
match
Seth?
was amazing.
How?
First off, Claymore to open the match,
Bro.
And I will tell you,
I was not expecting
I've
that.
seen the 2 times. What was it? It was Daniel Bryan with. What happened? You heard?
No,
Oh, all right. It was Daniel Bryan. I think he just wants to look at the people at home.
I was looking at them. Go ahead, keep going.
Daniel Bryan, like against Sheamus. Sheamus took him out in 18 seconds in a WrestleMania match for the title. If this happened, you cannot, I can tell you right now, if it happened as a fan, if you think that would have been a horrible booking, you're wrong, because what was Drew doing the entire time to build up to that match, warning him
Right.
that this is not
I'm
what you're going to
gonna-
do.
right.
I'm going to beat you because you are putting too much
And I'm
into
telling you how I'm gonna
into
do
the
it.
bloodline story you're not even involved in. And what does he do? Boom, Claymore. If that 3 count happened, people would be pissed. I would have been like, that's booking right there.
And he literally was
To make
telling
his point.
Seth how his feet were like, I'm going to Claymore you I'm going to end you in the beginning of this
Yeah.
match. I think Drew McIntyre right now, white hot.
He's
First
doing
off,
the best. He's doing God's work as a heel right now.
can we talk about? But he's like a heel face.
No,
in the
well, he
weirdest way.
became one over time
Right.
because people are done with getting over Rollins. But even before that, when he was heel, like with the whole Judgment Day and everything, it was good.
Can we talk about that fucking pop though? Like in the first 13 seconds, the
Yeah.
fucking stadium went electric. And I will say, a lot of crowd energy. Night 1 was dull because it's fucking freezing out.
Yeah.
I mean, what it knows in a
Night 2
heated
was a lot
suite.
warmer.
Sorry. Sorry.
We were VIPs. We don't want to brag.
We're kind of like a big deal, But night 2, the weather was beautiful, so the energy was already high. It was so warm.
Yeah.
That match, especially when Drew came out with the fucking pipes and drum band,
That was awesome. And he came under the swords. That's
Yeah.
way better.
Yeah.
They had like an Undertaker-esque with the flames,
Yep,
with
with
the
the
swords, because
swords.
it was his team.
Yep.
That was an awesome entrance. Maybe one of my favorite ones, but
Did Seth Rollins' theme feel a little New Orleans-ish?
it was New Orleans-ish and right up his alley. But I mean, I think I speak for many, or maybe I don't, but I'm a little sick of the whole like dancing around shit. I really am. Like I'm a big avid listener to
I think Seth
a
is going
certain
to come.
podcast.
Yeah.
But Busted Open, they talk about it, and Bully Ray to me is a genius the way he talks about the business, and I agree with a lot of his opinions. And I am a little over the Seth because he's so incredibly talented, if not one of the most talented people in the ring and on the mic. The dancing around after a while just gets old to me.
I think when Seth comes back from his time off of recovery or whatever, and like he quote unquote
I think Josh
reinvents
would hate me
himself.
for saying that, by the way.
Fuck him.
No, Josh was
we love
Josh
Josh.
was
That's
hands
the
down
man.
the best
The
Seth
best.
Rollins I've ever seen.
The best.
Full costume, amazing.
I think when Seth comes back from healing, take a time off, whatever, when he's like full ready to rock and roll,
It's gone.
I think he's gonna come back as like the burn it down architect. You know, I would jizz myself if he comes back with the blonde fucking half, you know,
might.
from like architect shield.
The thing about Rollins is
and come back with a purpose.
The thing about
and
Rollins
vengeance.
thing about Rollins is that I love the most is he is such a diverse superstar. It's like he can redefine his character over and over again. It's
100%.
just, like if you haven't noticed from like
Artist.
the Shield just going on, all these personas
Right.
were created by what he does and then embraced by us, and it just developed, and he goes with it every time, and he just knows how to exploit it to
Right.
the point of everyone loving it. So
I
have no doubt in whatever he's going to be doing in his future.
I will say, wasn't crazy about the Jesus one with Buddy
It was
Murphy.
fun for a little bit, but
With the Rey Mysterio taking out the eye,
was a little too
the
much.
Messiah,
But it was still. I'm saying, but he still went with it.
Right,
and
right.
just flowed.
And he involved it. So Drew McIntyre looked strong, clean, good win. Seth and
match
Seth
was still
actually
great.
gave him like he actually got teared up, and the fans was like laughing at him when they showed the camera. It was like,
I know.
how dare you guys?
Yeah.
Seth looked fucking strong. Drew looked even stronger, and like it was a passing his torch. Like Seth was like, "You deserve it. It's your time." And then
It was very interesting.
we
Booking.
knew, like everybody in the stadium knew that Damian Priest was cashing in on Drew. We knew it, but like when Drew won, he was still fresh.
Yeah.
So Priest couldn't come out because there'd be no way. Then when he started mocking Punk, and I was like, "This is a great spot,"
That's
and we
what
all
I was-
knew.
That's what I was
We all
going to
knew.
say.
And-
It's like he was standing there. There he is, standing tall, and I was like, "Well, this is this was the right booking." I
Right.
mean, he's the guy. Crowd went nuts. Like, yeah,
Right.
we want him to be a workhorse
Right.
because he deserves it. He deserved his moment, and there he is, standing tall. Everyone's cheering for him. He's getting emotional. He brings
it to
the
his
belt
girlfriend
to his
or wife.
wife.
Yeah.
And he sits there, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. So maybe tomorrow we'll see like a cash in,
Right,
maybe fail
right.
this and that." And then as soon
got
as
too
he
cocky,
stood
and he always
soon as
talked about
stood
it.
over Punk, I was like,
Here it comes.
damn, bro, they're managing to let this guy get his moment and give up his moment all in the same. But it was
But it makes sense.
Again,
storytelling.
genius,
Storytelling.
genius.
Because now you get Punk involved, right? And I think for Punk and his recovery, it's like a perfect spot. Perfect fucking spot. You know, he fucking trips Drew. He takes off his brace. He puts it up as like a fucking brass knuckles. It could have been a better sell on the punch. It's kind of a mess, but whatever. And then all of a sudden, now Priest is going to cash, and now he's fucked up.
And that's what made it so beautiful, because if you've been paying attention or reading up on things like we all do as a wrestling fan, all you see the critics saying is the same thing
Right.
over and over again. What a wasted money in the bank. What a
Right,
wasted money in the
right,
bank.
right.
And WWE just looks at you and says, "Oh yeah, check this shit out." The crowd went fucking nuts when that man came running out. And when he counted the recount, first off, his finisher to Drew, the way it
Mint.
was sold, holy shit. I was like, dude,
Crisp.
how did a guy that size, just those two giant men, that is going to be a great match when the two of them face off
Yup.
eventually. But boom, and you gave Priest his moment. You gave him what he deserved. You took it away from Drew, which sucks, but you're going to have art between Drew and CM Punk, and you're giving another guy the future. This is why we're in a new era, and I'm loving everything they're doing.
Dude, and you know
that
what?
was the first match
Right.
of night two.
They set the fucking tone. They set the tone. But I will say, now big into story time with Triple H in the new era. You know where next PLE is, right?
It's what's it called?
Clash of the Castle
Clash of the
in fucking Scotland. So you're not gonna tell me right now, fired up, broken dreams, Drew McIntyre going into Scotland, getting his go pick it off this month. I guarantee you this month, one by one, he's gonna pick off the fucking Judgment Day and get what he has. Imagine that.
I
Do
mean,
you
the
understand?
only way they won't do that is if he just gets obsessed with Punk, because he's been obsessed with him. That's
But
the
Punk
problem.
is he'll deal with Punk when he's the actual champion. Come get this fucking belt for me now. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be great because now this is how you kind of disassemble the Judgment Day a little bit, because now you have Damian and Mommy that are champions, right?
Yeah.
They lost their tag titles. Finn doesn't have a belt. What's his name?
Dominic.
Dom has been rolling with like the Latins, you know,
Yeah,
with
McDonough.
Phantasmo.
Yeah, he's working into the LWO store.
and then
McDonough's just
yeah, and
McDonough.
he's just a fucking
Talented
loser
in the ring, but
yeah, and he has a big head. So it's perfect for how Drew McIntyre to literally. And do you remember like a couple months ago when Drew McIntyre was in his, or like maybe it's like a month ago when Drew McIntyre was like in his heel stage and he was talking to mommy in the background.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm sure that's gonna have come into play. He's like, that wasn't part of the deal.
Well, I always said that when they were hinting that, I was like, even though that was assumed and it never happened, Drew joining wouldn't have been bad. It would, I mean, yeah, it would have crossed with threads with Damian Priest, but that would have been a perfect opportunity then. Obviously, things change now. I always said, Drew joins, they turn on Damian because look how quick they turned
Like
on.
they did on
look how
Edge
quick they
almost.
did on Edge. Now turn on Damian, and here you have.
Yeah, but does that like?
I'm just saying, if you go with the theme of it, Dominic leaving and being with the LWO story, you have Rhea, Finn, JD, and Drew, which would kind of be a pretty cool faction.
Yeah, but if I was Drew,
that would
then
just make Damian a face.
If I was Drew, then in my mind, like, all right, Edge started it, got turned on. Damian basically took over, got turned on. I'm here now, like it's only a matter of time until they turn on me.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I'm wondering. The thing is when you pass all that, I still wonder to this day, and like the only people who have the answers are people who probably work for the company.
What, Edge and Judgment Day?
No, it all took a turn when CM Punk came back. You saw Rollins flip out. The next night on Raw, Drew started opening his mouth about it, and that Drew thing just kept going. And I don't know if it was because of Drew or WWE, but goddamn, man, the fact that they were like, "Oh, Drew, just go with it. This is amazing." That was awesome.
Drew's
His
trolling
internet
was top tier,
fucking,
and then
that's what I'm saying,
Punk
is heel.
fucking trolls him back with the. So I had the Drew shirt with like he's standing by the funeral grave with CM Punk. So now Punk trolled Drew back basically with the same photo. It's art, bro. They're firing on all cylinders right now. I'm telling you right now. The next month you're gonna see Drew going after the Judgment Day hard, and Drew's gonna win that fucking belt because. He's going to win the belt at Clash of the Clans in Scotland because
Clash of the Clans.
Clash of the Clans, Clash of the Castle. Because you know why?
It's a good app.
And maybe you get a little bit of a Sheamus fucking return.
I thought for sure he was going to be the IC guy to go after the belt.
No, I think
I don't know what they're doing with him. We're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
But
again, if Drew wins, Sheamus comes out. Drew Sheamus, I'll gladly see that match. Anyway, you want to put some validity to these international PLEs.
of course.
You want to fucking make a stamp.
They're gonna do that no matter what because
they did it last
Cody
year almost
will be
with Drew.
defending it, and that's all that matters.
Right.
Like Cody will defend his belt.
But in Scotland with a Scottish, like think about like when they did Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
And with fucking Bad Bunny, like guarantee win against Damian Priest, like so. And that brought like people like I can't wait for WWE to go back to Puerto Rico because that fucking house was. They still talk about the pop on that house.
Of course.
Do you understand what would happen if Drew McIntyre wins the world title in Scotland?
Yeah. Well, he already had him. He had moments there not winning the title. Oh no, he lost to Roman Reigns in Scotland.
Yeah, and everybody thought like Drew was going to do it. Drew was going to break the streak. You know. So I think they're setting up to put a stamp on Clash of the Castle. I want to say Clash so fucking bad for Drew to win that fucking belt back, and that's a perfect segue to start disbanding the Judgment Day in a sense, because Finn's contract he hasn't resigned, and his contract is almost up.
I mean, you just never really know. I mean, they go anyway. They always make you believe that their contract's up there. Now here, like we all thought Drew was all pretty much done at one point. Now he's like,
Drew was he's dealing with family shit.
But I'm saying they said like his contract, he never reached a deal. It's like, well, they clearly have a nice deal.
Well, they definitely have a nice deal for him now, and he probably has some creative freedoms now too. So I think he's a happy camper.
Just to get past it, just because I know we're not going to say much about it. I'll just say it for you, and you can say something if you want. Second match. What do we have? Bobby Lashley's group that has no name or does have a name. Final Testament, which is a bag of crap because they're misbooking.
Worst match of the night, obviously.
They're misbooking Karrion Kross since he left NXT.
Oh
and
my
now
God,
that Triple H is in charge, bring back TikTok. That was his best team.
TikTok.
Anyway.
And get fucking...
The only good thing that was that match, Bubba Ray Dudley came walking out. That
was you know what though? Bubba Ray, when he fucking got in the ring to step up on the ropes,
and
he fucking missed.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Him
and
coming
you
out
want to talk
was
all that shit, Bully
nostalgia,
Ray, about
fun.
people...
Match was stupid.
Right, but you know what? You want to talk all that shit about people being green and they suck in the ring, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Bro, hit your fucking spot. Get up on the ropes before you don't fucking trip on natural television. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Well, after that match, I guess we can move on to Mr. Podcast, social media himself, Logan Paul, pulling it off. Prime time, baby.
Bro.
I'm surprised. I got to tell you, I am so surprised.
He kept the title.
That and also the fact that first off, I see his logo in the center of a WrestleMania ring. I'm like, God damn, this dude's a genius. He's talented in the ring. Everything he's doing, hate him or love him, man's a smart dude.
I don't know how I feel
are they
about
not
that.
calling him Prime Time? He owns Prime. Why are they not calling him Prime Time?
Prime Time isn't that
yeah, but for wrestling though.
Money Mayweather? Does he probably have that trademarked?
Oh, maybe.
I'm sure he has that fucking trademark for
That's
Money
true.
Mayweather. I think so.
The match was amazing.
Match was great.
Match was
Bro,
great.
and I've been saying it. I read one of my Facebook stories, or like from 3 years ago. I said that I'm calling it now. Logan Paul has a legit career in WWE, and people are like, what?
Oh yeah, I said that as soon as his first fucking match. I was like, damn.
Isn't it crazy to say that Logan Paul's probably better than 60% of the wrestlers?
Dude, it's crazy.
there.
And he recognized
natural.
it. He even said it. He's like, I'm done with boxing.
Yeah, he goes, I'm a
wrestler.
full-time wrestler
I'm a
now.
wrestler, and that's amazing. I think that's great.
I think it's great.
Because there's nothing. He put him on. He's his own brand, which is kind of crazy. So he'll get his way. But it is
hate,
entertaining. As much as you can hate him,
Right.
it's entertaining as hell. The match. Are you kidding me?
I do hate the Prime logo on the ring, because you know why? Because that opens up the floodgates now.
Of course.
There's
I know.
gonna be
But we knew
Adidas,
it
there's
was
gonna be
coming. We knew this was
TKO.
coming, though.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Tap out or whatever.
What was our joke every time? Dude wipes. Dude wipes. Every time someone was getting slammed into the corner of the ring, you saw dude wipes.
Yeah.
And damn, dude wipes.
Dude wipes. I thought when Logan Paul came out, he had a pretty cool thing with the truck and like the cannon, the Prime cannon. When Kevin Owens came out and Sami Zayn was waiting for him at the fucking curtain, it's like your time.
I was like, oh, Kevin's winning.
In our pool. I was like, fuck. KO got it. Fuck. I picked Randy,
record,
by the way.
The guys we go with do a pool.
Yeah. What was your total number of
money.
wins?
I was tied for first place, baby.
You got 12?
Yeah,
I had 11.
me,
Fuck.
Brandon, and Micah.
You know
Mika.
what? And I
Micah,
knew it.
Mika, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it.
I like when we had the surprise box. I thought it was gonna be like something like really out of the box. People did like, is that really a surprise? I did MJF as a surprise.
Well, I did Cena because there was no stating. The only people hinted it, and I just said,
Yeah.
I see why they would do it because the whole solo thing. I thought that was a
Right.
perfect thing, so I picked Cena. But I will say, that guy Brandon wins. He wins in my book because he chose 2 wins that somebody did. These 2 guys, one in the pool put Jason Kels. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. It just made so much sense.
I can't believe I didn't think
And
about
I
Kelsey.
can't believe none of us did. And in my opinion, he wins. Then someone else for the Pete, I think it was, for the Seth Rollins Drew McIntyre match. Everyone said pick your winner. No one asked about cashing in, but you're still allowed to pick because technically Drew won.
Right.
So I
And we all knew
I
it,
won that
though.
box, but someone wrote Drew with Damian Cashin, and I was
But
like,
we knew that though.
Yeah, but that was still the fact that he wrote it and got it right. I gave him credit.
Before we get to the Logan match, real quick,
Yeah.
which cash in was better? Seth Rollins Mania on Brock with that pop, or
Oh, I don't
Or
think
Damian Priest Drew?
I don't think there's ever going to be one compared to it unless it's like so
And then when he
shocking
did the helicopter belt,
because the fact of the matter was not only did he cash in, he joined the match, which was we were like, oh, this dude's probably going to lose it to Brock Lesnar. Like, I really don't think there was anything comparing.
Right.
Not only he wound up winning it,
and that was Architect Seth too.
and it
My
was
favorite
like
Seth.
everyone sat there going, "Oh, this is Roman's time." And like with Seth coming in, you even said, "You're like, it doesn't matter. This is Roman's
Right.
time," and they
Right.
gave that time to Seth. That
Yeah.
opened the floodgates for Seth. It was fucking crazy.
Right.
I still think it's the greatest cash in of all time.
Okay, I agree too. Just wanted to make sure. All right, so back to Logan Paul, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton
First of all,
on that cart.
Oh, he's like, slow down.
He thought he was gonna die, and that was fucking hilarious. He's like, "All right, I guess this is my entrance." Yeah.
bro, Kevin Owens, you could just tell that KO.
That's the next match.
Yeah,
All right,
you
thank
could
for
you
reminding
could
me.
tell that KO and Randy was having a lot of fun with that match.
Yeah.
And with Logan Paul, there was good synergy there. It was a great triple threat match. And you know what's good about it? There was no like awkward moments, like floppy moments. It was it was a smooth match. I should have probably picked Logan Paul to win because just his numbers, like his social media numbers, you need
Yeah.
Logan Paul to be in that spotlight. At least for now, until he can establish himself like elsewhere for do something else. I picked Randy because I'm always a Randy stan.
I picked Randy because you know I was telling you this. Overall, in my opinion,
And his time,
he
doesn't
looks
have that much more
amazing.
time
He's
left.
still Randy Orton no matter what. But there was a bad beat on his return at the what was the War Games match?
Yeah.
It's like, he comes back. It's like, oh, he did come back. And then boom, he's in the match. Fuck yeah, Randy Orton's back. Randy Orton, fuck yeah. CM Punk returns.
Right.
And you're like, well, there goes Randy.
So much for
which is
that.
fine. It was entertaining as hell. And I love it. But it was like, since then, now it's like title pictures change. Everything's changing. And he's not getting it. But he does deserve it. He'll get there eventually.
And I need Randy to break
And
that.
I was like, all right, so U.S. title it is. But then I thought about it. I'm like, fuck, wait a minute. If they're going to book Cody to win, we want Cody Randy, and we want Randy up there, so he's not. So I was like, oh. So I thought, but then I thought KO because of that moment between Sammy and KO.
Right. But and also
So I was wrong on all accounts.
I'm thinking so. Like I'm also a realist. Randy's probably on he's on his back nine of wrestling. If he has 5 more good prime wrestling Randy Orton years, and then maybe like 2 more like jobber years.
Here for the, I heard that.
Yeah. I think that if you got that U.S. title, that would put him out of the contention for breaking the streak.
Yeah, it would kind of bring him down.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And that U.S. title has, I think, LA Knight's name on it. But all in all, I think it was a great finish. I like the whole brass knuckles angles. I think that was fucking genius.
I thought, you know what I liked about it also? I like the fact that when you see these matches, it's very concerning when you have all of a sudden, like when KO and Randy looked at each other going, oh, wait, not pinning him, I'm pinning him. Like,
Right.
You're not winning, I'm winning. Fight.
Right,
Like, fuck.
right. That was
Here we
good.
go.
That was good.
But usually when
was
that
good storytelling.
the story turns into like, the story turns into them going, oh shit, they're going to fucking, now they're going to fight and they're not going to be friends and their relationship was so cool, but they didn't do that.
Right,
They
right,
did
right,
the
right,
whole,
right.
why not fight? Why not fight? Let's fight. Here we go. We're doing this. We're fighting. And even throughout the match, when the match was over, it was still like, there was no animosity between the two. Oh, I'm on an angle. Okay. There was no animosity between the two, and it was just like it just felt right. I mean, and overall, with Logan winning it, caught me off guard, but it wasn't bad booking. It was the way to go. Definitely the way to go, in my opinion. And I think they did a quality job with that. You got plenty of entertainment. You got a stupid intro. I'm sorry, I'll say it flat out. That Prime intro with him shooting a Prime gun and the firework, that was dumb. That was real dumb.
It wasn't even a real
and he needed a comeback because last year that Shawn Michaels sliding in thing, how dare you? Still say it. Don't care if anyone liked it. How dare you mimic one of the greatest entrants from the air?
Right.
Don't ever do that.
Don't ever do that ever again.
That was his. That's why we put certain things on these people.
It would have been cool.
Yeah, whatever.
It would have been cool if Logan Paul actually shot out like a shirt cannon, like Prime shirts. That would have been cool.
Yeah, if he shot out shirts, I thought you said him shooting out a gun. That'd be pretty crazy. And I think he would do it.
That would have been cool if Logan actually shot out like shirts out of a shirt cannon, like Prime shirts.
Yeah.
Cool. I get it. So match all in all was good. I think there's more to come. KO and Logan Paul. I think they're in a good spot. KO's in a good spot. I'm happy with that. I think that was a good match, solid match.
Yeah.
Another solid match to follow up was AJ Styles, LA Knight.
Yeah.
Daddy Knight needed that win. Absolutely needed that win.
I mean, he was just another subject of a bad beat because of the whole, when you have, what's it called? When you have CM Punk and all these people come back and he gets a push. He got pushed too fast. I said he needs a lower title.
LA Knight had the meteoric rise, and we knew it was unsustainable. That rise that he had.
Yeah.
Unsustainable. It makes total sense, dude. We knew he was going to lose to Roman and Saudi. Like, we knew. But he looked strong. He had Roman beat, and then, Roman, in typical Roman fashion, had,
Of course. I mean,
fine. That's fine.
He wasn't going to be the one to break.
It made
such
LA
an
look
incredible
strong.
thing. Yes.
I'm happy Slim Jim still stuck with LA Knight because after the whole Vince thing, Slim Jim tried backing out with LA Knight and Bianca Belair. So that's still going on. So they're still pushing him.
I could tell you if he lost this match, that was just like that. He would be like hanging on by a thread.
I'll tell you what, if Vince was still here, LA Knight's losing that match.
Oh yeah, LA Knight's losing
100%.
because now the age is all big and juiced
Right.
up.
Yeah, 100%. AJ
Good match.
Styles
That
looks
was just a
good.
good overall wrestling match. It was fun. It was the way you wanted it to be, and it was a good time.
Just a
There was
classic good match. They both had strong spots.
They had beef. They fought, and now it's over.
They both had strong
now
spots.
it's like they go into their own thing. But
I think LA Knight's going to be in contention for that U.S. title coming up soon.
I think it's not. It's
maybe Intercontinental.
It makes so much more sense though because. Yeah, you could do LA Knight versus Sammy, but Logan Paul and LA Knight on the mic together. They've already had this little spat in the past.
Right,
so
yeah, I agree.
I think they would be great against
Do you remember
each
that
other.
promo LA Knight fucking cut on Logan Paul? It was like, here's a star map or some shit and whatever. Like, shove it up your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
It was great. I think that's going to roll over eventually. Again, solid match. And then the next match, Bayley, Io Sky.
Yep.
I thought that match was going to be a stinker. Bayley won. Of course, I think everybody had fucking, hey, Bayley. Who?
The
I
whole
wanna
time.
know.
Even when like you couldn't hear it on the TV, it was happening the whole time. But
Can I eat your ass?
that's a big old butt.
That's a big old booty cheeks.
But I will say, what got me a little upset was I heard or read somewhere, as we all do in the wrestling world, she felt her match, it would be a potential for main event. And I'm like, can we not do
Bayley
this?
said that?
Yes, yes. But
Well, she's just trying to
I
hold,
understand
she's just trying
it.
to get
She's trying to promote
credibility.
it, but at the same time, it's like when you have what's going on,
dude,
with The Rock and everything, it's like, why even say it?
First
like,
off,
I have your back, and she looked great. She fucking her apparel that night, I loved it. I'm like, good, get away from that weird hair look thing. She's like, doesn't even look. Last night she looked awesome.
I get it. Every great wrestler thinks that their match should be main event match, but like, first of all, Bayley, like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I get it, and you want like validity to you, but like, shut the fuck up. Seriously, you were co-main event. You were co-main event, and
it was a great match. There was literally
great time. It wasn't
I don't
forced.
think there's a single person that could have even like argued any justification.
I totally agree.
For Bayley
100%.
not winning. For Bayley not winning. I just
100%.
don't.
I totally agree.
Like, what would have gone on if she didn't? And she's opening up the new era, which she should.
Yeah.
You know, she's got a support of all the fans.
Now she could be for
and
like Dakota Kai and all those
now
fucking girls.
Her story could go anywhere now, which is
Anywhere. Nice, open, clean slate. I
mean,
did you her new theme song? Did you hear like the
different.
X-Men, like the 97 X-Men theme song in the
I did kind of, yes.
I wonder if she's doing a little homage to X-Men.
I don't know.
You know?
But
I would love to Professor Charles that booty on my face though.
Yeah. Well, but I don't know, man.
That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff.
But let me ask you. I think it's time. It's time we talk about it.
What do you want to talk about?
The main event story. Let's get into story time.
Yeah. Do you want me to give my theory about the next chapter of Roman Reigns or after main event?
I think we should break down the
main event, and then we get into theory.
What we saw. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So main event, fucking amazing. You want to talk about like a nostalgic, like 16-year-old Ryan came in his pants like 14 times.
I know a few people that would like to envision that. I'm not one of them. Yeah. But the match started off. Here you go. I don't know about you. I was making jokes every 5 minutes. I was like, well, I guess Bloodline rules is standard match rules.
First
Nothing
off,
happened.
before that,
great wrestling, though.
Before
great
that,
wrestling between
dude,
the two of them.
Hold on, time out. Before that,
you want to go
the Cody
intros?
entrance?
Oh wow,
bro!
I
when that Cody entrance, I have it on my phone.
I want that mask.
I want that mask too.
I want the mask. That was such a cool mask.
That's a $600 mask.
Wifey comes back with him. Love that.
Who cares about her? She just wants to be relevant.
Yeah, but she's hot.
She's all right. She does nothing for me. That fucking entrance when he comes up with the mask and then with the flames and claiming his story and then taking the mask off and giving it to his.
He's like so emotionally attached to this, and I love it.
Oh, that's what makes it so
dude
great.
Looked like he was crying like when he.
That's what makes it so great.
Wild.
And then when that fucking.
Yeah. You want to check something out? Just go YouTube videos for his intro, and you're gonna hear 70,000 people all. Because that's the thing with wrestling. We're all talking about it. Everyone's talking about it in our suite. We were talking about it in general. This is what'll happen. You could be like, oh no, Roman, dude, the one. That's it. It's over. Sorry, Cody's not gonna. They're not gonna break down that record. We want to keep going. And then those same people singing Cody's entrance. Those same people singing Cody's entrance, they're like, we want Cody, we want Cody. Guess what? They're still going like this. That's why wrestling today is so fucking awesome.
It was the back and
It doesn't matter
forth.
who you root for. You're just in this fun fucking place, man.
Right. We want Cody. Roman sucks. We want Cody. Cody sucks.
The whole match.
Yeah, it was fucking great. So
Match-wise, though, before we get into the crazy shit, it was like, yeah, I was sitting there going, man, I can't believe they're not doing anything crazy. Like, the table thing was cool, like shutting people down to make you more heel, but they overall just did a standard wrestling match for a while, and I was like, oh,
and I
can
enjoyed it.
live with this. I
Because
can
it was a
live with
clean-
this
it was a
because I
clean
know
match.
it's going to get crazy.
Right.
We all know it is.
And
It
you
was
know
just
what?
a matter of time.
Poor little Garrett, he brought up a good point. The curse of the table. And I didn't even realize it until he pointed it out.
Oh my God. He blew my mind with that stat.
Anytime you pull out a table or like you clear the tables, you're going through it.
You're the one going through it.
Curse of the
He's
table.
like 90% of the time. And I was like, he said that to us. We're sitting with him, and all of a sudden, boom, Cody hits the table. I was like, he's like, see, told you.
Curse
you
of the
take out
table.
the table. You're
Poor
going
little
through
Garrett.
it. I was like, Garrett, you're a
You
genius.
fucking mastermind, you.
Little hands.
Yeah, so they were having a clean. So they were having a clean match,
We love
right?
you, man.
And then all of a sudden now you start seeing the bloodlines. So Jimmy Uso comes in first and sets up Roman for the win, right? But then of course you know it's coming down since day one. Yeet, 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 yeet.
But it was so sad to see that someone said online, and I agree with them. They said, wow, Jimmy Uso spear. Jimmy Uso spear of Jimmy through the table was more exciting than their match. And it's so true.
Which is
It's
true.
So sad.
And then they
So
had a
sad.
6 spot up the ramp, like all the way up where
Super kick.
but Jay speared him off the ramp.
Yeah, but before that, super kick.
Oh yeah, super kick.
Always-
Super kick.
always
Yeah.
a super kick if you
super
see
kick, super kicking up the ramp. That was a sick fucking spot.
Yeah.
So those Usos are out of the equation. Then we knew Solo was coming next, right? And when Solo came and he fucking spiked Cody, and that was like, oh fuck, is it?
The same thing.
Right. And then Cody kicks out, and like Solo standing in the ring and looking. Now
No,
there
they
was a
gave him.
moment.
He spiked him first. Cody kicked out.
Right.
Then they gave him the spear spike, which finished Cody every time.
Right.
Kicked out again. So it was
And
artwork.
Did you see? There was a moment where Solo was standing in the ring, looking back at Cody and Roman, like almost like indecisive, like who should I fucking attack
What do
now?
I do
Almost
now,
like,
right? What do I do now?
or like who should I attack now? Almost like you know how like Roman said
Did you
the
say
future.
almost? Fuck that guy.
Almost. Fuck him.
that guy. That
Fucking
tall fucking
Tall,
waist.
lanky waste of
Could
air.
have done so much with him, but didn't.
Right. So it's almost like remember how Roman was saying that he's the future head of the table. You think like almost at that time like
They could have easily went with something like that.
yeah,
Look like it,
how
but-
he was almost thinking that maybe it's his time to be head of the table.
Almost. You're saying almost so much. I'm like, almost or almost?
So after they were setting up for the sure win for if they were going to do it the third time, all of a sudden you hear fucking Daddy Cena coming through. Daddy Cena.
Receding hairline, Cena.
Bro,
Bald
that bald
spot on the back
spot.
of the
Holy
head,
shit.
Cena. Cut your fucking hair, Cena.
You know-
John fucking Cena,
You know, with
baby.
all that fucking money, you think Cena would get like hair plugs or
That's what he
something?
wants. He don't care.
Come on, bro.
But what a spot, because you took his ass and you let Solo demolish him. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, they are not
Yeah.
letting this fucker win. Even when he said, I guarantee you win because he hasn't won. You're
And-
still not letting him win. And then he just came in and fucked shit up. And I was like, oh, that's what I miss. I
And
miss Cena
then,
fucking shit up.
then fucking Cena hits Roman with an attitude adjustment, which is awesome.
Let's not forget. He did that first. He got in there and went for Roman right off the bat. Boom. Then took Solo's ass
You're
to
right.
a fucking table.
You're right.
And that's why I was like, oh,
Big spot.
he's just in this. I was
Big
like, oh,
spot.
fuck.
Then fucking Papa Rock comes down, final boss,
style,
and
dude.
he makes
It
it.
is
Hey,
so,
bro,
it
man,
is so badass.
when they
It
had
really
they
is.
had that stare down in the ring, and then Cena went at him and Rock hit him with that quick rock bottom. Rock was like, "Get your bitch ass out of here, like you fucking peasant!"
Yeah.
And that was a great
Well,
spot.
it's amazing because like Cena over time
Right.
shrunk.
And
After he stopped wrestling for a while, and Rock only got bigger, so it really
Yeah.
was like Cena was
Yeah.
like looking up at him. I'm like,
Get
see,
your
it's
bitch
not
ass
like
outta
when they
here,
used
boy.
to face off. It was
Dude,
crazy.
Then when the fucking Shield intro hit, I was like, "There's no fucking way Mox is here
We
right
were
now."
checking under our suite to see if they were going to run out. We're like,
because
oh,
they
there's
had
no
security
way.
guards like at
Like,
every
is it Mox?
turnstile.
Like,
They made it seem like there were security guards at every turnstile. Like they were going to come out there.
I get it. Like he said, I'll be your shield. I'm like, all right, so he's probably dressed as
Storytelling.
Shield. But part of me was like, if you brought Moxley also.
I know he signed into a long-term deal with AEW.
It would have made no sense to the story, but it would have been so fucking cool.
I would have whipped my penis out and jerked off right everywhere.
No, I would have ran.
Yeah.
So
ran, maybe watched.
It was no Mox, but Seth comes out, Shield attire, and he tries to come in. Fucking Roman hits him with the Superman punch, out cold because Seth had a chair, right? Again, storytelling.
Yep.
So fucking Seth is dead, right?
Roman grabs that chair.
Roman gets the fucking. Oh, so Seth is dead. Then all of a sudden, I was like, here we go. Final boss, Roman. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Here we go again. It's going to be like a people's elbow or spear. Cody's done. He's done for it, right? All of a sudden, boom. Lights go out. Taker. I was full nostalgia
when that
mode.
bell happened, everyone in the arena, I can assure you.
Did you feel like the stadium kind of rumbled a little bit?
First off, the whole stadium knew about Undertaker and the Suite near us.
Right.
They all went nuts.
Right.
Everybody was pointing. That's how we found out. We're like, oh my God.
Right.
So you knew he was there. But when they're up there, you don't expect them to be involved. That's usually not the case unless it's like an altercation.
You don't see Taylor Swift hitting the fucking football field.
With that out of our mind and the whole WWE universe, yes, wanting Stone Cold, we get it.
Right.
But no one ever said there was a Stone Cold at any point. And no one also ever said
he has nothing
Undertaker.
to do with
he has nothing to do with it. Undertaker lost to Roman in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Do you see what's going on here?
Yeah.
All the people Roman's beaten.
Yeah.
Get it? So
and was that a clean win?
Everyone in the
it was a clean win.
Yeah, it was his second loss. Everyone in the entire arena. That's the one where he left his boots in the center of the ring.
Right.
He thought he was
and
done.
His gloves. It's like
my
yard now,
he said
dog.
He wanted to be done then when he did that. But
some shit.
Anyway, but everybody when that bell went off did the same exact thing.
Right.
Like what the fuck? This is happening.
The fucking tombstone bell hits again. Lights turn on. Taker's in the center of the ring. Very Bray Wyatt-esque and very Undertaker-esque, I should say, because he's an OG originator. The Rock is, talking shit. Where the fuck is he? Playing it off. Bah, 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 bah. He does that spot where he turns around and you see he sells the fear of God. Like, oh, fuck, I done fucked up. And if you notice, The Rock, this is how fucking professional The Rock and Taker are. They didn't even have to fucking work this out. The Rock flinches with the right hand first for a second, and then he cocks back, and that's when Taker grabs him with a chokehold. So Taker knew that The Rock was coming in with the right.
And he sold it.
And he fucking sold it with bro. Hits fucking The Rock with the choke slam. Great sell. Taker standing there. Taker bell goes off. Lights go out. Taker's gone.
And the fact that they let him do that spot and vanish was perfect. Not like because the idea was so great. Like, what'd you have here? There was two things that I found so fascinating with that match. You had everyone clear out after that whole sequence to say, this is between Roman and him.
And this is like a 3-year story.
This is between Roman and him. And boom, that's how they finished the match.
Right.
He didn't nobody hit anyone specific. At no point, yes, John Cena, whatever, not F5, attitude adjustment, Roman. Yes, you could say that.
But that's breaking it even from what Solo
and
did.
Roman fucked up fucking Cody. So there's your even.
Right.
But then after that, the final boss didn't get any shots on Cody.
Or no, Taker didn't hit fucking Roman.
That's what I'm saying.
Seth didn't hit Roman. And the best was, again, storytelling. It's just, I just want to stroke my ween to all this storytelling. Roman's
it's gotta happen.
Roman's in the ring. Cody's recovering, but Cody is in prime position for spear. It would have called it a day. He's still recovering. Seth Rollins is getting up from the Superman punch, and Roman is holding a chair. And I think that they even say it now too. The thing that broke Roman the most was the Shield and the betrayal from Seth Rollins, the infamous chair to the back on the Shield. Like, Roman never got over that. And then when Seth is saying, I'll be your Shield to Cody, I think
that was the plan all along.
And, they broke into the WWE as the Shield, the Brotherhood. When he said, I'll
be your Shield, that's why you dressed that way. And now it came off. That's what that always meant.
Exactly. Even like Mox's last day
Roman
in
chose
WWE.
to get retaliation on Seth and to take out Cody. And that's
because I think that was more personal.
That's what cost Roman the match.
Right. That was more personal. So instead of chair shotting Cody and not even worrying about broken down Seth, his last move was it was more important for Roman to tell Seth how fucked up and how hurt he was to buy enough time for Cody to recover before the spear to hit the fucking triple crossroads.
Yep.
And fucking 1, 2, 3, all said and done.
Story has been done.
And I'm just saying, it was such a coincidence that when Cody won, I was chopping up onions, and I don't know, like
I was sitting next to him too, so
I'm not crying. You're crying.
no, those onions were strong.
It's fucking those onions. It was crazy. It's
We
chopping
wanted
up
more
them
onions in
onions.
our cheesesteak, and tears were coming down.
Right. Oh, it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
And like
It's one of those people left, but people who didn't give a shit. If there were 72,000 people there, 2,000 people left. 70,000 people stayed.
yeah.
Right up till he walked out of the ring.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
And then at the end, when you guys didn't see, when it went off air, Cody actually got on the mic and he thanked.
Did he? Was it off air?
Yeah, that
I
has to
didn't
be off
watch.
air.
I didn't watch.
They
I
don't
don't
keep
know.
they don't keep that stuff that type of stuff on air. He liked to thank it was
Bruce
Nick Khan
Pritchard.
forgetting about Bruce Pritchard, I'm sorry.
I
And
was going
Triple
to
H.
say Nick Khan.
No, I don't know.
good.
Bruce Pritchard and Triple H for bringing him back. And honestly, like just the whole time, it was. I think WWE is in a spot where it hasn't been in years, maybe even decades, dude. Like wrestling is great right now, especially the WWE. They're in a phenomenal spot between veteran leadership that's all on the same page, new up and coming top tier talent, and just all around wrestling fucking.
Yeah. And we are now in a place where it's said over and over again.
What do you think the new era is going to be
Triple
called?
H is calling it out and letting you know we are entering a new era. Vince McMahon did the same thing. He did that with attitude. He wanted attitude. He got it. It became the attitude. He told everyone ruthless aggression. He got it. That's what it is. Right now, there is no name. He said we're in a new era. Don't be surprised. Maybe this will be called the new era.
No, wait, the new
But
era had to
either
sell that. Sue them.
Either way, it's something different. So everyone out there got to just stop saying, oh, they're cursing. We're like back to the attitude. No, we're not back. We are somewhere else. Wrestling is fucking... Rock wasn't being wrong.
So
He wasn't being wrong when he said it's cool again, but it's not because of The Rock. It's just because it's been fucking cool again, man. It's fun.
do you want to hear my Roman Reigns theory now?
I love it.
Okay. See how Rock was final boss, evil, basically VP. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'll call. What are you gonna do? I'm your boss now, type of shit, right? The Rock, he's gonna take a step back, and he's gonna put in place, the head of the table to run the WWE, and Roman's gonna have his way, booking wise, all types of shit like The Rock would basically do, and bad guy shit, like heel type of shit, where like if refs about to pin somebody, like he'll fucking have his goons take refs at, like he's gonna be that dirty, VP, like running shit, like running the WWE as head of the table for the final boss, The Rock. You know what I mean? And if there's ever a major decision, they'll have like a council meeting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's the route.
Could be that. My theory was because of this whole role that he's taking with like being the final boss and using that word boss.
Mm-hmm.
I thought my theory would be after all is said now, moving on, if Roman's still back right away, or if we have a little break from Roman being around and a break from Rock, if they all happen to come back at the same time where they're all working together again, I thought my next theory would be, in order for them to start getting tension between each other, Roman starts telling Rock, because Roman's head of the table, you're the boss, give me my rematch back, or you're the boss, give me back this, do this, and just trying to boss The Rock around while he's the boss, something like that.
I like it. I think it's a great idea.
So,
I think it's a great idea. I don't know. I think Raw tonight's gonna be fucking lit.
Yeah.
Raw's gonna be lit tonight. And
there were 2 more suplexes that night. Oh, but before that, with our experience ending, we were in purgatory, as Ryan said.
we were.
For literally first off, our bus couldn't get out of the parking lot. We had a party bus taking us to and from. Yes.
Absolutely
Again,
brutal.
Greatest experience ever.
The best.
But we were in that party bus for a good hour and a half of just not moving.
Oh god.
And then we started to move. And what did
And
we
we're
do
back.
here? This is the bus. It started to go forward. And suddenly the bus started going backwards.
And then forward.
And then forward.
I swear,
And
I
then
thought
backwards.
I honestly thought we died in
And
the
then
fucking
forwards.
earthquake, and we were in purgatory, and
backwards.
we were never gonna be
And
able to get out.
forwards. It did that for literally another 25 minutes. No one understood why
Yeah.
the bus was rolling. That bus driver could have been like, I'm going to fuck with these drunk assholes. And if he did a great job.
Yeah.
We all had no idea what was going on. But
Yeah. All right, I think we should
What-
fucking wrap it up.
a weekend.
Yeah,
What a
it
weekend.
was a weekend. Maybe we'll do this again. Maybe we'll do like a little
I mean,
wrestling segment because now I mean Raw and SmackDown's gonna be fire.
We're knees deep in fucking wrestling, dude.
Wrestling.
You want to have a fucking undomesticated wrestling edition? I'm in, bro. Let me know.
Let's see. I mean, what's your B2P ratio? One more time for me.
B to P.
Ratio. You don't have a B2P ratio? You were a wrestler.
So what?
You never.
No.
You don't know. What
Oh, okay. I mean, it's only happened. I was on the football team, so when you're showering and stuff, you know.
You want to talk about that?
No,
All right.
No,
I'm
no.
always here for it though. If you need
I
to.
know.
So you don't have a B.
It
Maybe
was
we
a
can't do this wrestling
great,
podcast.
great weekend.
Yes.
Unforgettable.
Again, the
thank
215
you.
crew, Kale,
Oh my
Little Paul
God.
Garrett, everybody,
Oh my God. And you know,
Kelvin, everybody, man.
everyone
appreciate
out there.
you guys.
Such a good time. If you guys see this, man, we fucking love you dudes. And
Yeah.
I'm sure Angela would have opinions on me saying we love you dudes, but you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
All right. With that being said, wrestle long, wrestle hard, and I guess you know what?
It's not fake. Fuck you.
Yeah. And if wait, hold on. You don't gotta stand tall, but you gotta stand the fuck up. Woo!
My back hurts, bro. I'm staying seated.